And the News 8 storm team in action tonight. Storms brought down trees across the Susquehanna Valley. This picture just into News 8 from East Hemphill Township, Lancaster County. More damage reports in the forecast just moments away.
Meet Badger, one of the dogs recently recovered from an animal hoarding case in York.
They started having litters and didn't really know how to stop it.
We'll introduce you to some of the little guys that were helped and tell you how the SPCA can be supported during this time.
The race for the state's top office is set. We'll tell you where the candidates in the governor's race stand on the issues.
Janelle Stelson the morning after the primary addressing her supporters, calling out rising gas prices, and her now opponent, Representative Scott Perry. What she said and how Perry responded.
You can avoid an electric rate increase we're going to see next month. I'm on your side with how to shop for cheaper power.
WGAL News 8 at 6 starts now.
Live tonight, see the animals the York County SPCA says were recovered in an animal hoarding case. But we start with storm team coverage of storms that moved through the Susquehanna Valley this afternoon.
Heavy rain moving through parts of the area. Look at the storm as it moved through Lancaster Township. A News 8 viewer shared this photo with us from Manheim Township, Lancaster County. It shows the storm taking down a small tree. You'll see that right there in the person's front yard. Yeah, good evening to you. I was just looking at that tree coming down. I'm Lori Burkholder.
And I'm Jerry Gish. We have live storm team coverage for you. News 8's Bailey Martin is in a neighborhood where a large tree came down in Lancaster County. But let's start with the forecast from meteorologist Ethan Houston. Ethan, you told us about the potential for storms a week ago.
Yeah, these storms really packed a punch as they moved through early this afternoon. The worst of the weather is now east of the Susquehanna Valley, but we still have some light to moderate rain falling across portions of the valley, especially in southern portions of York County and Lancaster County. Still seeing that moderate rain from Red Lion to about Willow Street all the way down towards the Maryland line. Farther to the north, lots of clouds, but the light rain is moving to the east there of Dauphin County and moving out of Lebanon County. But the worst of that line now out towards Philadelphia, moving into New Jersey. But we're going to wait for a cold front to move in from the northwest before we see all of the rain exit the valley this evening. So still some spotty showers and thunderstorms, mainly south and to the east of the Susquehanna River. And as we go on into the overnight hours, notice rain starts to move back in. And through the day tomorrow, temperatures do not recover. We'll see temperatures in the 60s in the morning, but likely in the 50s during the afternoon. So because of that big temperature drop, tomorrow is an impact day with the lingering light rain out there until tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow evening may finally see some peaks of sunshine with temperatures rebounding to near 60 degrees. Temperatures will stay unseasonably cool heading into the holiday weekend. I'll talk about that more coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Ethan, thank you. And the storms took down some trees. We've already seen some video of it. This is at Fountain and Janet Avenues in Manheim Township, Lancaster County, and News 8's Bailey Martin is there. Bailey.
Jerry, it was a quiet day for a lot of these people that live out here, but they were telling us that it suddenly got a lot different whenever that storm rolled through and took down this giant tree here on Janet Avenue and Fountain Avenue. Now, thankfully, it could have fallen directly into these houses here. It fell forward. There were some cars underneath of the tree that neighbors told us here. Now, there is a legend, they say, that this is the oldest tree in Grandview. So a lot of people are very disappointed to see it down, but are very thankful that no one was hurt. We talked to some of those neighbors who actually live in this house here today.
Luckily, there was nobody underneath the car. Nobody got hurt, which was great. Just a couple of cars that, are easily replaced.
What a relief was that?
Oh, a huge relief. Yeah, because it would have destroyed the top of our house.
Yeah, and like you said, a lot of people relieved that none of this went into those houses to impact the people living here. We also spoke with a girl who said that it was her car underneath of the tree, which is very unfortunate, but cars can be replaced. People cannot, but it just shows how dangerous these storms can get in a matter of seconds. We have seen crews out here starting to work to clean this up and figure out what's going on. Lots of people out here taking pictures because this is a really big sight to see out here. We'll keep you updated. The road is closed as of right now. There are crews directing traffic out here, but we'll keep you updated on the scene throughout the evening. Live in Manheim Township, Bailey Martin, WGAL News 8.
Yeah, quite a scene there, Bailey. Thank you. And take a look at this. A big tree came down in Hanover, York County today as well. This is from Shepherd Mansion.
Yeah, a lot of trees down there. And a News 8 viewer shared this picture with us. This is a fence that was damaged near McSherrystown, Adams County.
And if you see storm damage in your area, you can share it with us through the WGAL app.
And these are some of the more than 50 dogs the York County SPCA says they recovered from an animal hoarding case.
News 8's Marcy Walsh visited with the dogs today, joins us live with more. Marcy, how are they doing?
Jerry, Lori, they're doing well so far. So far, 4 dogs and 22 puppies have been rescued, and the SPCA says by the time this is all said and done, as many as 50 dogs and a handful of cats could come through those stores. And as the SPCA says today, they're doing well.
It was a Good Samaritan put in a welfare check, and then that resulted in us taking over the investigation of this case.
The SPCA says the family involved is cooperating with them, and they are not going to release any details at this time to keep that trust and make sure all the animals are able to be rescued.
Without going too much into the specifics of this family situation, I believe this was all accidental litters that just kind of kept on rolling, that they started having litters and didn't really know how to stop it.
This animal hoarding case is just one of several recently discovered in the Susquehanna Valley, a trend the SPCA says they don't like to see.
We are seeing an uptick in hoarding cases, actually. Yeah, that's true. And we're starting to get a handle on it. And in fact, we'll be meeting with some of our elected officials to speak with them about what support and leadership we can get, and also what trends that we're seeing too.
26 dogs have been brought in so far for this case, with more expected soon. 4 adult dogs were rescued, the mom of the pups, along with dozens of puppies ranging in age from 2 to 8 weeks old. This is Badger. He's an 8-week-old pup. He's one of the dogs that was taken from that home. He'll be up for adoption soon, but he's with a foster family for now.
They're both very puppy-like, but also you can see their little personalities coming through.
Badger and his sister Sheba are Border Collie Husky mixes. They're 2 of the dogs taken in by foster families like Molly York's, getting a new leash on life.
They're set up for success in their new homes, especially when you think of these guys. They've been through a lot the last few days, and they've had a lot of changes in their life. So, like I said, part of our job is just to make that transition easy.
And the SPCA says they're in need of some supplies due to the influx of these animals. You can find that information on our website at WGAL.com. Live in Spring and Sperry Township, I'm Marcy Walsh, WGAL News 8.